ride out here. I don't know how you stand it.
They don't like us talking to people when we work.
Sitting in mines for prisoner scum only. Keep out. This is a jail, owned by the Silverblood family. We use the prisoners to mine for ore. It's the most secure prison in Skyrim. Throw scum in, close the gates, no one gets out. So unless you're here to dig, you don't belong here. We're not. The Silverbloods pay our wage. Every man here is a trained mercenary. Fight well.
Now this is real guard duty.
I'm
Just
in
throw
charge
them in
of the
mine and
prisoners
be
here.
done with it.
Fight well. Keep your hands to yourself.
Now this is real guard duty. Just throw them in the mine and be done with it.
You mess with the Silverblood family, you end up here.
You mess with the Silverblood family, you end up here.
What's the hurry?
We warned you, but you had to just go and cause trouble. Now we have to pin all these recent murders on you. Silence witnesses. Work, work, work. Same thing we do with all the other natives who want to change things around here. We had a nice little deal going between Thonar and Madanach until you and Eltrish started snooping around. Well, you wanted to find the man responsible for those killings. You'll have plenty of time with the king in rags when you're in Sidna Mine. You'll never see the sun again, you hear me? No one escapes Sidna Mine. No one.
All right, prisoner. Eyes front. You're in Sidna Mine now, and we expect you to earn your keep. There's no resting your hide in a cell in this prison. Here you work. You'll mine ore until you start throwing up silver bars. You got it? Don't get smart with me. I'm in charge. You keep it up, I'll have your toes cut off. All right, open her up. Now you, get down there.
What are you in for, new blood? Innocent. So was I, for the first one. The other murders were all me, though. My advice? Serve your time at the pickaxe and get out. You don't want to end up getting a shiv in the guts over a bottle of skooma. If you're asking, that means you're the new lifer. Tough luck, friend. Those guards sold you out, but good. No one talks to Madanach, I'm afraid. Not without getting past Borkul the Beast. And you don't want to talk to Borkul the Beast. Madanach's guard. Big, even for an orc. Heard he ripped a man's arm off and beat him to death with it. He's old-fashioned like that. Small blade, easy to hide. I mean, sure, you could just swing a pickaxe into someone's face, but people tend to see that coming. Got a problem with a prisoner? Get a shiv. Here Grisvar has a spare, if you could get him to part with it. They come in here once a week to clean out the bodies, grab any ore we've mined, and beat down the troublemakers. That's the only time when we get food, too. And if there's not enough ore mined up, we don't get any. Bottles of moon sugar. Khajiit use it as a pick-me-up. Good way to pass the time. Prisoners smuggle the stuff in. Only currency we have down here. A Nord nobleman I served was stabbed in the night. Wasn't me, but I knew I'd be blamed. So I ran, joined the Forsworn, started killing, got caught. Now I'm here. Because life was better under the old ways. No Nords and their laws. One day the Forsworn will paint the walls of Markarth in your kinsman's blood. Best you not be there on that day, Nord. What do you think you're doing?
Someone...
Keep your hands to your...
The new meat. So soft, tender. What was it like killing your first one, huh? Ah, the gods have a place for killers. You can't carry the burden. You're weak. Murder, banditry, assault, theft, and lollygagging. Guards brought me in about 12 years ago. Was running a good group of bandits up until then. But these Forsworn, they're nothing like the men I cobbled together. They're real killers. You want to talk to the king in rags? Fine. But first you gotta pay the toll. How about you get me a shiv? Not that I need one, but it's nice to have one in case I need to do some shaving. The only thing Madanach expects is a bottle of skooma in tribute ever so often. You're not getting through. Then find one. That dung-heap Grisvar's been known to make a few. Keep your hands to yourself. You serve your time. Prison's not so bad. Less complaints when I... You serve your time by digging, so dig.
I was sent here because someone said I was a Forsworn. I'm innocent. The Nords framed me. I was nowhere near that murder weapon. Guards say I murdered someone. I was just sleeping off some meat in my aunt's house. That didn't stop them from arresting me. I don't even know who they said I killed. A couple of years. I wasn't forsworn when I came, but I joined up when I got in. Easier that way. Farewell. Oh, don't even think about it.
Jarl decided I was too much of a problem. Threw me in here with the Forsworn. I got locked up one too many times. Now I'm in for life. First it was 6 months, then a year, then 2 years. Now I'm in for life. The first time, thieving. The second time, thieving. The third time, thieving. It kinda keeps going like that. Ah, you want protection? I can get you what you need. Maybe you could do something for me first. Duok has a bottle of skooma, finest distilled moon sugar. I'm shaking just thinking about it. Ah, you're a clever one, aren't you? Now, here's your shiv. Promise you won't ever use it on me, okay? Uh-huh. Get away from me!
Don't reach for a shiv around me or we'll both regret it. I don't want to talk about it. Long enough. Till next time.
Other prisoners get suspicious when we talk to each other, so keep it down. I'm a Forsworn. One of our raids went bad and I got captured. Would have been fine dying for the Reach with my kinsmen, but the Silverbloods want their ore mine, so they threw me in here. Year 7, I think. Surprised I haven't cut my own throat out by now, but something keeps me going. See? Never should have come here. Whenever I get out of here, I'm killer Nord.
Prison's not so bad. Less complaints when I kill people. Fight well. What? Ready to pay the toll? One shiv. Alright, head on in. But don't try anything in there. Madanak is smarter than you think. Mm-hmm. What?
well, look at you. Your kinsmen have turned you into an animal, Nord. A wild beast caged up and left to go mad. So, my fellow beast, what do you want? Answers about the Forsworn? Revenge for trying to have you killed? Your freedom? Yes, but even if you were to escape Sidna Mine, your name would still be stained with all that blood. You're one of us now, you see? A slave. The boot of your kinsman stepping on your throat. Maybe if you understood that, I could help you. There's a man named Breg inside these mines. Besides me, he's been here the longest. Tell him I sent you. Ask him why he's here. I want you to know how widespread the injustice of Markarth is. This was our land. We were here first. Then the Nords came and put chains on us, forbid us from worshipping our gods. Some of us refused to bow. We knew the old ways would lead us back to having a kingdom of our own. That is who we are, the Forsworn, criminals in our own lands, and we will cut a bloody hole into the Reach until we are free. I had Markarth. My men and I drove the Nords out. We had won. So we thought. Retribution was swift. I was captured, quickly tried, and sentenced to death. But my execution never came. Dhonar's Silverblood stopped it. He wanted the Forsworn at his call, that I would point their rage at his enemies and spare his allies. And I have. Humiliating at first, but I knew he would let his guard down eventually, that he would come to trust I was under control. Our struggle is our people's struggle.
Jarl decided I was too much of a problem. Threw me in here with the Forsworn.
What do you want? Have digging to do. My story, huh? Everyone in Sidna Mine has a tale. Let's hear yours first. When was the first time you felt chains around your wrists? So you know what it's like to have your life in someone else's hands. Why should they get to decide? Isn't judgment for the gods? Do you have any family? Anyone waiting for you on the outside? I had a daughter once. She'd be 23 this year. Married to some hot-headed silver worker, or maybe on her own, learning the herb trade. The Nords didn't care who was and who wasn't involved in the Forsworn uprising. I had spoken to Madanak once. That was enough. But my little Aethra didn't want to see her papa leave her. She pleaded to the Jarl to take her instead. And after they made me watch as her head rolled off the block, they threw me in here anyway to dig up their silver. My daughter is the one who needs your pity. I'm just a poor Forsworn whose only regret is not killing more Nords before I was locked up. I'm not Monadnak. I was never a leader of the Forsworn. The only anger I can justify is my own. But every family in the Reach has a story like mine. There are no innocent onlookers in this struggle, just the guilty and the dead.
I left behind my daughter, Wale, when I was taken.
You serve your time by digging, so dig.
How old is my daughter now, I wonder? In prison, you lose track of time.
You're back. Have you done what I asked? Yeah, imagine hearing a story like that over and over. Each time a different family, each time a different injustice. Your meddling above ground reminded me of how removed I've been from the struggle. My men and I should be in the hills, fighting. Yes, but I need a show of loyalty from you. I don't need a shiv in the back while we break out. Have you met Grisvar the Unlucky? He's rightly named, and he's also a thief and a snitch. He's outlived his minor usefulness. Take care of him, and then we can leave Sidna Mine for good. Remember, it was the Nords who locked you up. Our vengeance will come.
Prison's not so bad. Less complaints when I kill people.
I was sent here because someone said I was a Forsworn.
What? No! No, don't kill me! Please!
I'm innocent.
What was that?
The Nords friend. I was nowhere near. Keep your... It's to yourself.
I left behind my daughter, Uale, when I was taken.
You've finally become one of us. Come with me. I think it's time I announced my plans to you and your new brothers. Don't even think about it. You're back! You've finally become one of us. Come with me. I think it's time I announced my plans to you and your new brothers.
What's going on, Madanach? You wouldn't have old Grisvar killed unless you weren't planning on needing him.
My brothers, we have been here long enough. It's time to leave Sidna Mine and continue our fight against the Nords. Through this gate, just beside my quarters, is a tunnel. A tunnel that leads right through the old dwarven ruins of Markarth, into the city. Well, what do you say, my brothers?
The Reach belongs to the Forsworn!
I say you've earned an early pardon. Let's go. It's a little gift from the dwarves. Who knew they would end up helping our cause? We have to move. We'll talk more once we see the sky. Get moving! Get moving!
brought what you asked for.
Good work. Get ready while I have a word with our favorite outsider. I had Kai recover all the things the Nords stole from you. You better get ready before we break out into the city. And take this. It's blessed with the old music. Something to remember me by. Now, I announce to all of Markarth that I have returned. Don't worry about your name. They'll know who to blame and fear after today. It'll take years, but I'll organize the Forsworn again. We'll reclaim our land, and then when power is ours, we'll have peace. A kingdom. Until then, let me offer you a warning. Beware the Forsworn. No place in the Reach is safe from us now.
Madonna, think you can escape my prison?
So bright.
You'll pay for what you've done to my family.
Your family? You poisoned the Reach with your tainted silver for long enough, Thonar! Hey! Here we go!
You escaped Sin the Mine with Modonok? Everyone in the Warrens has been praising your name. Hey now, you be careful. That fire.
Victory is yours. I submit.
My favorite drinking buddy. Let's get some mead. Bring more gold.
They say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King with his voice, shouting.
I want word on our campaign against the Imperials.
I have a few very detailed missives from border patrols, beginning with 5th Irregulars' reports on the movements of...
Oh, Talus's breath, Reverus. Skip ahead to the good part.
Oh, right. Oh well. Things are going well enough. At least as well as we can hope.
What does that mean, Reverus? Are we winning or aren't we?
I can't tell, Thongvor. It's anyone's guess.
I see. Well, let's continue this discussion later then.
You've been a good friend to me. Means something.
Good to see you. Finally, someone useful is around. I should get back to work. Money doesn't count itself.
How the aid in now city?
Very well, Thongvor. With the Stormcloaks here to... Very well, Thongvor. With the Stormcloaks here to help. A silver... fat... They control... reroute in and out the city.
Except the one's attacked by swarm. Except one's.
Well, yes. Of course, to go mention that. Well, yes. Of course, you had to go and mention
Our
that.
real concern. Defeating the Imperials and making sure we keep control of this city is.
Yes, Thongvor.
Damn those Forsworn. Think they can kill people in my city? I'll have Madanach's head. There is room in my court for a new Thane. It's an honorary title mainly, but there are a few perks someone like you could make use of. However, I could only grant the title to someone who is known throughout my hold, and who owns at least one piece of property in my city. You help my people, and purchase a house from my steward, and I'll make you my Thane. As you were then. The Imperials were weak. They created this Forsworn problem. But now that we're in charge, we'll solve it. Once the war is over, I'll petition Ulfric to send the militia, and we'll cleanse the reach of this menace. Then the Forsworn will be where they belong, in the mines, bringing us wealth. The stone structure the dwarves have left makes us invincible. Let the dragons singe a few carpets. They'll never topple Markarth. Stay out of trouble in my city.
I'm Thongvor's. Splendid. There's a house available right now. Wonderful. Here is the key to your new home. I'll be glad to help you. There are many ways to improve your home, provided you have the coin. And of course, don't forget to consult your home decorating guide for descriptions of the decorations you can buy. Now, what would you like to purchase? As you wish. Speak to me again if you decide to purchase some decorations for your home. I should get back to work.
Get away
Money
from me.
doesn't count itself.
Reburus. To the In honor of your service in battle, I am hereby granting you permission to purchase property in Markarth. Talk to my steward if you're interested. Then by my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of the Reach. Congratulations. I grant you a personal housecarl to watch over your home, and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the, common rabble, though. Stay clear of the Forsworn, bloodthirsty savages.
Woman in Markarth would be wearing.
I do have one.
Honor to you, my Thane. I am your sword and your shield. Mm-hmm. Keep your hands to yourself.
I'm gonna be a silversmith.
I work silver.
Like my mother and
my
father.
And his father before him.
Want to cut the venison or mutton? Of course you do.